Thug Trio.
Just going with the OG there.
Yeah.
Ground is an interesting type. It's one of those. It's again. I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot. It's a type I did not use for a long time, and I don't know why.
There's the gem, but not yet.
Yeah, don't we have to do the whole? Is there something we can catch? No, I don't think there's grass.
I don't think so either. You're not someone I can fight, right?
No, I think this is just a preview route.
But if we can get a rod...
Bam.
Oh, maybe we'll put it in our notes somewhere that we have not caught a Pokemon on this route.
Oh, I'll remember. 115.
And therefore, we can come back and surf or fish.
Well, Route 115 has a northern thing with grass.
Okay. All right. Whole bunch of Pokemon trainers
I
in
didn't
this
notice.
route.
Did you go to the Pokemon Center?
Yes, I did.
Okay. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
So,
most
given that
definitely
ground has a lot of good stuff, and I'd never used them, my favorite would turn out to be Sand Slash.
I can agree with that. Sandslash is one of my favorite ground types, too.
Gen 1er. He's not. He's really not, guys. I'm just making fun of him. Rock Pokemon. I'm looking at my list and I see a certain Pokemon that is not going to be my favorite, but funny story. While Will thinks I'm going to tell a funny story, and he can laugh at it too. So, Nose Pass. We're going to be facing one in the gym coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I caught a shiny Nose Pass.
Nice.
This was in college, playing X and Y. I had brought my 3DS to neighbor's dog. No. To college with me, because some others had the game. And between classes, I was in me and my friend's general hangout area, and we were playing. And we're looking at it, and it's like, oh hey, I found a shiny Nose Pass. Which I have since evolved into a Probopass, because the mustache is hilarious. And we're just looking at it and like, hey, I caught a shiny, and my one friend who was playing with me is just like so mad at me. Got so mad. And then after that, I needed to heal up, so I go to the Pokemon Center, and the nurse is like, oh hey, it looks like your Pokemon caught a disease. And I'm like, wait, is this the Pokerus thing?
Oh my gosh, you are so lucky.
Got Pokerus right after catching a shiny. My friend raged. He left. He could not look at me at that point. If he somehow finds this video, sorry.
Focus energy.
It's Kipper. I was gonna be like, we'll be fine. But it's Kippers.
Gotta play it safe. Swift's actually our highest level Pokemon right now.
Yep. We've been training everything. But yeah. So, rock types. What's your favorite?
With everything I can think of.
I'm waiting. I have a guess. It's in my head. Will know what it is post when he's recording, so he'll put it on the screen right now. He'll just have text on the screen somewhere of what my guess will be when I say it later. And then we'll see if I'm right.
I never really used a whole lot of rock types. Yep, a Nincada.
It's our first one. Hey, Nincada.
I don't care if it's not effective. I'm reducing its accuracy.
So, rock type.
As far as I can remember, my favorite rock type is probably Onyx.
I was gonna guess Onyx. It'll be on screen. Add a ding. Ding. I got it. Haha. Will, being predictable. It's not a bad thing, Will. Mine's a toss-up. Because I have my favorite rock type. That has been my favorite rock type for forever. And then Sun and Moon added one that I really liked. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use 2, because they have to be tied. Because my OG is Tyranitar. But I really like Lycanroc.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
And the
pretty cool Pokemon.
I like the Midday more than the the night one, and then the Dusk, the one that was in the anime, and then you got it with Ultra Sun and Moon. It has such an amazing design.
Yep.
And it is a good Pokemon. Accelerock, just why are you trying to poison it?
Pokemon with a status effect is easier to catch.
I know, but poison is dangerous.
It would go directly to the box if we caught it.
I'm saying if we failed to catch it.
At the moment, that leech life.
Quick attack. Bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, bugs.
I think we can risk another quick attack. Because it used Harden.
Yeah, maybe. Remember, we need multiples of the Pokeball that we catch it in when we evolve it.
Mm-hmm. Yes!
Easy. GG, easy.
That's what you say. The trainee Pokemon. Man, that was like a boss battle. I was thinking about calling it Ninja, but I don't want to name it after a Fortnite player.
Why is that where you go?
Because technically it's a ninja. That's what a Shedinja and Ninjask are.
Well, Shedinja's its discarded ghostly shell.
Yeah, I know, but I know if we named it Ninja, anyone watching, or any extra people watching would probably immediately think the Fortnite player at this time and age.
I'm trying.
Just because
because we're eventually going to get 2 Pokemon from it. Because that is not, as far as I know, there's nothing against that in Nuzlocke Rules. Nincada is an interesting one because you just get a free Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
When you evolve it. I'm trying to think of anything.
It does evolve into the fastest non-legendary Pokemon there is.
I know.
Call it Speedy.
We already have Swift. I'm trying to think of an interesting twin type name.
Name this one Will. Name the Ninja or the name the other one the Shedinja Rowan.
It's a male. As funny as the magic reference is, it's going to match genders. What if we just name it Double, and then when we get the Shedinja, we'll have the name. I think we'll have to have the name rater change it, and we'll make it Trouble.
I love it. It's too bad we can't type it. I was almost gonna go to type.
Yeah, so bug types. As I refuse to have Will put my guess up on screen. Because I feel like Will likes enough weird bug types that there's no easy guess.
I'm running back to town because that Nincada actually took a lot out of our team.
Yeah. So, Will, favorite bug type?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Butterfree.
That's what I wanted to guess, too. I second guessed myself. I second guessed myself, and I shouldn't have.
Oh no. Oh, about my favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I basically always use a Butterfree whenever I play through Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Because I had a big feeling that that's what you were going to pick. And then I second guessed myself, and I don't know why I did.
Come on. In order to beat the Rock Gym, we at least need Kipper to gain Water Gun.
Yeah. I'm probably going to say Scizor.
That's fair.
He's one of the few bugs I got before the massive buff I used before the massive buff to bug. Like, I'd always, like, pick up the early game one and maybe evolve it into some of the later ones. But Scizor was the first. The second was actually Masquerain.
Okay.
The evolution of Surskit. When the remake of...
Oh, shoot. Clicked off the screen.
Technical difficulty. When the remake of this gen came out, I actually used a Masquerain for, like, most of the game. Just because it learned, like, good moves that my team needed.
That was a tough Taylor.
I think I replaced it when I was able to get Altaria.
Yes! Water Gun. And Swifty went up to level 11.
So that's just going to be our thing. I always want to call him Kippers, and you always want to call him Swifty.
Again, I want to call him Swifty.
And I hate you for it. Ghost type, and before Gengar for Will.
Ghost type, ghost type, ghost type. I feel like I had a... I know in one of my playthroughs of Fire Red, I used a Gengar on my team. Otherwise, I don't really use a whole bunch of ghosts. So I'm gonna have to go with Gengar.
Yeah, and before Gengar. Antidote.
Nice.
So for Ghost, I found out, brief little aside before I say it, I found out a friend of mine actually thought this would be my signature Pokemon. He doesn't know why he associated this Pokemon with me, but this is the Pokemon he thought would be like my signature. And it's Frostlass.
Okay.
A little bit about myself for the viewers. I honestly feel like Ice type is one of my favorite types. It might be my favorite type. And I know it's bad, which makes me so sad. I just really like Ice types, and I don't know why.
I'm a Fire type enthusiast myself.
I would not have thought that about you.
Really?
You struck me as grass.
Interesting. I tried playing Leaf Green with Venusaur. I ended it quickly and restarted it with Blastoise.
We all know maps.
Do we? Am I not?
Dragon?
Oh, right.
You haven't heard his rants about the inclusion of Fairy type? I'm glad he's doing something loud in the other room, or we'd have heard a what?
That looks like a fighting trainer.
But yeah, Frostlass. Which, some people would be like, well, if your friend thought it was your signature, wouldn't you pick it for Ice? No, there's an Ice type I like more. Steel.
Metagross.
Yeah.
I'm a Metagross guy.
Metagross is really good.
One of my favorite combinations is having a Lucario and Metagross up front fighting the enemy.
Metagross is pretty good. And normally I think it would be my favorite as well. But there is one I like more.
Who would that be?
Aegislash.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a very fun one. Because of its ability.
It's... And I like that it can be built many ways. Like, it has... Like, in its two different forms, it has equal defenses. In its attacking form, it has equal attacks. You can build it physical, you can build it defensive, you can build it special defensive or special attack. It's just... Ow. Good.
Ooh! That's like the first time I've ever used that. I think.
Skin?
No, I've used it quite a bit, but it's been a while since I've had a Pokemon that's had it.
I think it's the first time Schnopple's gotten affected. Next on my list of types is the one Will claims is his favorite, and the one he's most associated
Charizard.
with. Fire.
Charizard.
You basic bleep.
I have loved Charizard since the beginning. Shut up, Siri.
I'm on it.
We'll see if the mic picked that up in editing. But Siri said, I'm on it. Or are we just going to have the supercut at the end of our playthrough of the times Siri
Shut up, Siri. Shut up, Siri. Shut up, Siri.
Or the number of times... How many times have you, like, heard in comments of someone saying something and accidentally triggering, like, the viewers' things? Like, someone in a video will just go, hey, Alexa, and someone's Alexa will trigger. Or, hey, Siri.
Shut up, Siri.
Funny story about stuff like that. So, our buddy Matt has an Xbox. And when we used to use Skype before we moved to Discord, when we used to use Skype for, like, gaming chat and just group conversations, he Skyped through his Xbox, which had a Kinect. And it was hilarious. You might want to go heal.
Yeah. Seeing on who's coming.
Which was hilarious because at least once I was able to get his Xbox to do things by yelling at it through Skype, and it came through his TV speakers. One of which was, Xbox, turn off. And I just heard him on the other side, no. Because it started to, it was trying to double check. You want me to turn off? And as much as I make fun of you for being basic with your pick, I have to go with Blaziken.
The most meta of the competitive Pokemon I see, with Speed Boost.
That was later. I used it before it had Speed Boost. It was one of...
Oh, you thought it was cool before people thought it was cool? Gosh darn, I clicked off the thing again. Just because of where the pad is.
I don't know. Like, I liked most of the Gen 1 starters. I liked most of the Gen 2 starters. I started off really using water, like, as my type, because blue is my favorite color. Like, even more so when I was a kid. Like, I've grown up and like all sorts of things, but like, and water was blue. And my brother usually went with fire types, and then Gen 2, I just tried Cyndaquil once, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And I will admit, when I started Gen 3, I used Mudkip. But then eventually I'm like, okay, I'll try a Torchic. And when I did, I was worried, not sure about the first gym. Ended up going through it. Oh, the other reason. in this gen, my brother ended up not going with fire. He went with grass. He really liked Trico and
Trico's
Skeptile
cool.
and all that. And wanting to counter him, I ended up deciding to go with fire instead of grass, especially because grass is one of the few weaknesses that Swampert and all those have.
Mm-hmm.
And besides that, since I had Sapphire, the legendary I was going to get was water. And you don't want too many water types on your team.
Right.
So I ended up starting over getting Torchic. Evolve it on this route into Combuskin to get double kick, which helps against the fighting gym. And then Blaziken just when you eventually evolve it into Blaziken, it's good against your dad in the normal gym.
Mm-hmm.
And it just became a powerhouse.
Yep. Oh yeah, there were times when I originally played that I would go through the entire Elite Four using just Blaziken.
Yeah.
Just with the move pool I had on the Blaziken, I beat the entire Elite Four with Blaziken. Because Blaziken has bonuses on basically every single one except the Dragon guy.
Yeah. Especially, again, and I played Sapphire. So you switch in Kyogre to Ice Beam him.
Yeah.
He was very good. But yeah, on to the next type, we have Grass. There's a lot of grass types. A lot of good grass types.
Ooh, Ziggy has an item. Have to pick that up after this fight.
So what would you say your favorite grass type is?
Grass type, grass type, grass type. You know what? I'll probably have to go with Sceptile.
It's a popular one, definitely. So, look behind the curtain of me again. We're just sharing all my old Pokemon stories. I almost never used a grass type for a long time. Which is a shame, because they're pretty good, A. And 2.
Let's hope I just didn't mess things up.
Accidental double battle?
No, I did the double battle on purpose.
Uh-huh.
But let's just hope I didn't make a bad choice.
Schmopple. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Geodude at this level will not know a rock move. So it shouldn't have super effective. But yeah, it should be fine. We won't have anything that's really good against it.
Yeah, we do. Kipper knows Water Gun.
I'm saying with what we have out right now.
Oh.
But yeah, so I didn't use grass type for a long while, which is a shame, because there's a reason those 3 types are the types they give you. Because having done a bit and looking into competitive Pokemon, those 3 types, fire, water, grass, form a core of a team.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they cover each other's weaknesses and stuff. And then they generally have things that work well together. There's a few other cores that exist, but none as good and noticeable as the fire, water, grass.
Yep.
I feel like it's just a lot of aside from Bulbasaur, a lot of the Gen 1 grass I did not like. Because we had Oddish and all those. We had the Oddish line and the Bellsprout line.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like either of them. Don't know why. Like, they're all fine. And you got, like, Execute, and when you add in Gen 2 stuff, there's Hoppip, which is fine. You got Tangela, which doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. Chikorita line is alright, but what is it? It's just a blob with a leaf on its head. Tell me I'm wrong.
Basically.
Got Sunkern.
It's kind of a pre-dinosaur type creature.
Blossom's interesting. I think
Post.
I've made one once. You got Sunkern and Sunflora, which Schnabel into Cascoon. Then you get to Gen 3, where the grass types I actually start liking come in.
Yep.
But even then, my brother
Breloom is fun.
Like, I didn't use Trico because I always felt like it was my brother's thing, and it was one of those things I didn't try to steal from him, like I did Alakazam. Which, tell you that story funny. Tell you that story as well. I know people are gonna be like, you're stalling. You're stalling. Just tell us your favorite grass type.
What do you think?
Get rid
of
of
Harden?
Harden.
Typical.
So, when I actually faced my brother, we decided to do a battle of the Alakazams. You wanna know how I won?
How?
I realized this was in Heart Gold and his Soul Silver when we did this. You got a TM for Shadow Ball. And I taught mine Shadow Ball. And he didn't know it could do that. Because we really didn't use TMs before then. But I feel like I have to say the Pokemon, the grass type I used the most when it came to using grass types is actually from Sun and Moon and Zarina. You know which one that is?
Which one?
We'll probably put a picture of it or one of its evolutions. It looks like a person. The name is like a reference to like the Russian Tsars. But it had an ability called Queenly Majesty, which disables priority moves. I think that's what it did. We'll put up a little note of if I'm right or wrong on the screen. Editor's note. But it was the one I kind of used the most, just because I liked the idea of that ability and disabling priority. And now I'm realizing that thinking about it, I started a story in one of the other episodes, and then something happened and I didn't finish it. About why my friend likes ninjas. So, turn 1, Sword Stance, Focus Sash, it doesn't die, Speed Boost. Turn 2, Protect. Speed Boost. You now have, like, +2 in attack, +2 in speed. Baton Pass. Which gives the stats over.
Okay.
Which is, like, he uses it against me, and then certain competitive things banned Baton Pass. For good reason. I'm not saying for bad reasons, but yeah. So, Zarina. Which, yes, I like Trico, I like Breloom. There's a lot of grass types I like, but I'm going with that one just because, again, I have that story with it of trying it. Next on my list is Electric, which we'll get to next time. We're going to end here for now. So guys, we got this. It's so far a good team.
And one in storage. Our first one in storage, and we're going to catch another one next time.
Probably a Whismer.
Yes!
Whismer's good. It's a good normal type.
It's a good normal type.
And then we'll get
Loudred's pretty cool.
Actually, hey, back out. We're probably going to start next episode in the Pokemon Center. Because we might do some switching around of our team. If anything important happens, we'll discuss it at the beginning of the next episode.
Alright.
Later, guys.
See you later.